What's up, guys? Today I am in the Ultimate Protogames. I'm joined by my guildies, so I thought, hey, why not? I can just make one of those live guides for you, guys. So when you reach level 50 and you want to go to Ultimate Protogames, you can watch this and you can, get the hang of the dungeon faster. Now, this is a five-man dungeon. I would say one of the hardest dungeons in Wildstar. Other than that, one more important thing that you guys need to know, uh, it can have the first couple of rounds, the first couple of, bosses can be different and the rounds can look different. So right now I'm gonna get one random, random looking round like this one, but you guys can get a different one. So during this dungeon, only two rounds are the same. The last one and the before last one. Those are the same and the row is gonna be the same. Before that, four others, sorry, can always change. So this is number one. For this one, I usually, as a warrior tank, I take a dispel myself. I don't need one because I have a very good healer that knows that she needs a dispel, so I still take it anyway. Now, the first round, waves of mobs are gonna come. They come usually from the same spot. As a tank, just tank them. Facing away from the group is the best way, like I'm doing now. As a DPS, stand behind DPS them. Healer, just focus on the tank. Hopefully he has aggro. The waves of mobs come from usually the same spots, so you can definitely predict where those are gonna come. You just kill the waves of mobs. The challenges are here on the right. Basically, we're not gonna try very much to have a gold run for this run, but we are definitely gonna have a silver. If you guys are interested in the challenges, then definitely take a look on the right hand side. I'm not gonna go through all of them because there are really many for this dungeon, and you can get various rounds. So basically, this is just like a general guide on how to do the dungeons. Those little things that come, they need to be avoided. You can wait for them to explode and then just dash out of it. It's pretty straightforward. One of the reasons to tank away from the group is this. See, those telegraphs that the mobs put towards the tank. It's not cool to have them towards the DPS because then some of them might get scared and afraid. So yeah. Now, after fighting packs of mobs, these big mobs will always spawn these little squirgs, octopuses, whatever they are, comes this last wave. This last wave, two of these big boys. Now, these ones, usually as a tank, you would want to stack them up. And let me tell you why. One of the challenges in this dungeon is to interrupt these big guys' cast, and you need to do it three times. So this is the cast. We did not interrupt it because the other one died before, so it didn't really matter. But that's the cast you need to interrupt. And the reason why you should stack them together is because it's easier to, just pop your interrupts on both of them at the same time. Because if you have like equal DPS on both, then you're going to be good to go. They're both going to cast at the same time since the cast is a DPS timed cast. Now, this is the boss for this first map. Now, the boss does two important things. One of them is places a debuff on one random group member. You're going to see it at the top of the screen. And the other one is he's going to have an interruptible cast that this one, you either need to interrupt it like we did, or you just need to jump, like always jump. Jumping is one of the challenges, interrupting is not. You guys can see now the debuff. My basically, I think my head turns into a squirg head, like my character's head, and this is what happens to all of the group members. The healer just has to dispel that, and the DPSs just have to stay stacked together at the back of the boss because it has a cleave, and healer can just, dispel you really fast as well when you get the debuff. Healer has to pay attention on the top of the screen because the debuff is called out. Or if you're doing it with a group of friends, just have someone calling out things. Now, I'm gonna take off the debuff since I don't need it here, and as a tank, I will take here a defense grid. I don't really need a mobility skill. I do need a defense grid because this is the second map. Um, This is a boss that if you want to do all the challenges and you don't have extremely high DPS, you as a tank will need some bit more protection than just your basic skills. As I said, if you're playing with people that have similar gear to your gear, then definitely you won't have threat problems. That's why I definitely suggest in this boss fight, take an extra defense skill if you are a tank. As a DPS, bring 2, even 3 interrupts, because this is a very important thing. This needs to be interrupted. This is also a challenge. You can see there on the top corner. 2 out of 10 stacks of him eating. You can get up to 3 stacks of the boss eating out of someone if you interrupt the cast right at zero point 0.5 seconds remaining. Um, as a DPS, stay behind. Try to have 3 interrupts if possible, so you can hopefully interrupt a cast yourself, by yourself, if the tank or someone else that has interrupts is being eaten. See, it has 3, so it needs 4 in total. Now, it doesn't kill the guy that's being devoured. It doesn't kill him. Only if you let the cast go through until the end without interrupting it. As you saw, I interrupted it right at 0.5, which means that in total we had 5 stacks, which is definitely not enough for the challenge because you need 10. But we're not here to do the challenges, we're just here for us to show you guys just a basic thing about the dungeon. This is another round that keeps changing all the time, so you can have different third round always. It's a pretty cool thing about this dungeon actually, that it can be different. Now in this you can see 3 tanks, right? It's a blue, a red, yellow, and the one in the middle like a turret. Now the tank is gonna go tank that turret, and that turret is gonna spit fire in a cone shaped telegraph like this, right? And that fire gives you a moment of opportunity on one of the tanks. It cannot give you 2 moments of opportunity on the same tank consecutively, but you as a tank will do it whichever tank you guys set to be first. Yeah, you're gonna face it that way. You're gonna get moment of opportunity on that tank, and then you're gonna continue. Keep in mind, uh, as a healer, you have to do a really good job here because poor people, the DPS takes some damage because I'm going to show you later why. The tank takes lots of damage because, they just do. And I, as a tank, try to be super survivable here. I am with defense grid. I am, sometimes when I didn't, this is the fire, see? And you can place it yourself, you can turn it. Now, when it starts shooting the fire, don't be crazy tanks. Don't stay in the fire. Just get out of the fire. Just place it at the right point. See, that tank got a moment of opportunity. And now I'm going to switch to the yellow tank. I'm going to give this guy a moment of opportunity. There we go. Um, I'm not on TeamSpeak with my DPS, but as you can see, they noticed and they went to DPS the other guy that has a moment of opportunity. Now, the challenge here is to basically kill all the tanks in the time that you have. I think it's 3 minutes. Another moment of opportunity, I'm gonna put it on this other tank. Now, the next time this incinerator casts a fire, I'm gonna put it on the first tank again. And I'm having a huge moment of lag, which is really bad for this boss fight. Right. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Now, I was placed myself accordingly, so that's good. Now, the first tank is almost dead, as you can see there in the background. I'm gonna again switch to the second tank, the yellow one. Um, there we go. Let's see. Place it right there nicely. If you have some melee DPS, try to communicate with your tank and try to see where exactly is your tank placing the telegraph with the fire. Because if I'm a dumbass tank, I'm just gonna place it like I'm gonna do it on this red thing right here. You're gonna see. This is the dumbass way of placing it. Look at this. Straight in the middle with no concern about, hey, do I have any melee DPS? Do I have any, people that need to be close? So yeah, it varies a lot. Again, the moment of opportunity. Also, this fire doesn't not only give you a moment of opportunity, it also does damage to that particular tank. So as you can see, we managed to kill all 3 tanks in 3 minutes. So that's really good. The DPS understood what I wanted to do, and I just positioned and made their life easier as well. Round number 4, I think it's 4. This is the most fun round. This always stays the same. They call this round the Pug Breaker. What? Anyway, so let's get going. Once you exit the safe zone, you're gonna have these telegraphs. I mean, look at this. This is beautiful. This is just gorgeous. You have various challenges here as well. My personal challenge every time I do this dungeon is to not get hit by a single one of these telegraphs throughout the fight. Now, in this round, one more thing I forgot to tell you about the previous round with the tanks. It is very important as a DPS to position yourself accordingly and to look what the tank is doing. Remember that those tanks, each of them have their own telegraphs, so they kind of do a lot of damage. Remember, if you're a healer, your tank is gonna take shitloads of damage. Trust me. Remember, if you're a healer, some melee DPS is gonna take shitloads of damage. So try to, split yourself in between those two. You guys don't need any interrupts for that fight. A mobility skill to get close to the healer if you're in trouble, then that would be good. Other than that, you're gonna be good to go. It's a tank round, the previous one. This round, you get past the first thing, and you can see there's like a maze of telegraphs. It changes almost every time. This boss, how you activate it is basically you just click it. You click it, he knocks you down, you use a dash, you get back up on your feet, and he starts doing his auto attacks and some basic simple telegraphs. Now, the boss is going to have some casts, which you guys need to pay attention to. Those casts are interruptible, and you need to interrupt them in order to start the next event. This one, drink. There you go. This is an event. This is a DPS event because it has a bomb with a sword on top. So the DPS need to take this buff really fast and start DPSing like crazy to break a shield. Now, when you break a shield, the boss pulls you together and then pushes you back into this corridor when you will have a random design of telegraphs. Be careful, you need to be fast because behind you there's that motherfucking barrel that will one-shot you. So don't be lazy, be fast, but don't be crazy because you're gonna die. When the barrel is close to you, you just jump over it. Easy, breezy, breezy, beautiful. Easy. Now, these things, these telegraphs, can be tanked by the tank if the healer heals him. And you can do that all the time. Now, I never tank these telegraphs because I do not want to teach my guildies to be asswipes. So I never take those telegraphs, and they don't either because they have learned that Saivo doesn't do it. I have to avoid them. Coins. See? These are the coins. Now these coins, you need to collect them for a challenge as well. Every time you get back into this tunnel, there's gonna be that thing behind you that are gonna follow you. That is gonna follow you. That big wheel. Look at it. So it's coming fast. Now, I took a telegraph because I was showing you guys things. Anyway, they are really easy to avoid, and you should avoid them because sometimes you have a challenge. Listen to this. You have a challenge that none of the 5 group members takes any single telegraph during the hallway part. So if you want gold, you would like to do that challenge as well. Now, on your way back to the boss, you do not have a barrel coming from behind. So you have all the time in the world to just get back to what you were doing. This thing pushes you up and you're good to go. Now, the boss did this 2 times in a row for us, guys, because we did so much DPS on it that it just pushed us back 2 times. Usually, it comes in phases. I hope you're gonna see one more phase here. I'm not quite sure about that, but let's see, hopefully. Yeah, you're not gonna see another phase, but you are going to see him bringing us back to the tunnel for a third time. Yeah, so basically, mm, he skipped some phases. With your DPS, he will do more of those phases in which you need to get a bomb with various things. We personally got the bomb with the DPS, so the DPS needed to break a shield, but you guys can get various bombs. A bomb in which you need to interrupt. This one is a really easy one. You just go and stop. And then you go again and sprint and dash one time and stop. So this is a very easy one. Now, the other things that you can get from this boss, from the challenges, is one in which you need to interrupt. I think it was 36 times, but your interrupts have no cooldown. So that means that you're gonna be able to interrupt 36 times because you just spam your interrupts like one after another, one after another. Look, we get one more. Oh, no, we don't. Too much DPS. Sorry, guys. Um, you can get another healing phase, which is one of the hardest. If you're a healer in this boss, you need to prepare yourself because when you're gonna get that healing phase, all of the DPSs need to get one of those bombs. They're gonna have a green little cross on top. You need to stack under the boss so that the healer can manage to heal you up 100k of health before the boss finishes a 30-second cast. So it's pretty tough on healers, but it challenges you as a healer to do a good job. Don't forget, as a DPS, always pick up one of those bombs and always interrupt. Bring at least 2 interrupts. As a healer, do a good job. As a tank, don't move the boss too much because with the telegraphs on the ground, then the DPSs are just gonna get super confused if you guys are new. This round can be one of the many, I think one of the 3 possible ones. This is a pretty fun one. Has a couple of challenges. I don't tell anyone, guys, but I never do any of these challenges. What I do is just jump on pigs, and I have my guildies doing every single thing that needs to be done here. Now, a glided fowl has spawned. Let me tell you what that means. There's a bird. Where's the bird? The bird is the word. There's the bird there. Now, while you jump on these, you're gonna get high enough to jump on the bird. One time on the bird, you go grab a crystal fast, which someone fucked me over. Anyway, after you jump on the bird, you need to go grab a crystal fast, and when you have the buff from the crystal, see, this is another fun thing that can happen if you're playing with motherfuckers. Uh, After you get the buff from the crystal, then you can jump on these little things that have a purple glow on them. If you don't have a buff from the bird, like I don't now, let me show you what happens if you jump on these. There you go. I am disoriented, so my keys are mixed up. So I cannot really continue jumping properly. That's why you need first to jump on the bird. Birds keep coming, for example, if they get killed. They should never get killed, by the way, guys. The bird is not there to get killed. The bird is there for all of the 5 members to get the buff and then jump on those purple looking things. Jumping on the purple looking things is a challenge for this round. So don't just fuck up the bird just because you don't like the bird, okay? Just let the bird be because one of your group members may want to jump on the bird, like myself in this case, and these motherfuckers have killed the second bird, I think. Yes, they have. So, so now I'm just jumping like usual on pigs without doing any challenges because they have already killed the bird. Now, remember the bird is the word, so don't kill it. Other than that, there are all sorts of challenges here. You can see them here on the right hand side. You can just read them on Wikipedia because there are so many that if I would talk about all of those challenges, I'm just gonna finish every round after 40 minutes. Pretty easy to jump. You can just look down. See, I'm gonna disorient myself again. Let's see if I can make it. Oh, there we go. Oh, fuck. Right. Anyway, you get an achievement if you get disoriented. So if you're looking for achievements, just get disoriented, guys. Other than that, my guild is finished the run for me. I got carried as usual. Will I make it? I will not. Now, after this, you get some loot. These are just like more of like fun rounds. Um, Last boss. This is pretty straightforward. I will take for this boss, I will take a leap. I like to have a leap because you can do it various ways. Now, let me first really quickly explain you the purpose. There is that Protostar intern in the middle. He acts like a ball. If you guys played American football before, this is what you need to do. You need to play American football with the hot boss. Now, there is the boss and there are 2 little ads. The ads give the boss a really great buff. Now, we want to separate the ads from the boss so that the boss will be without the buff. The point of the whole round is for you to score more goals than Hot Hot. Now, the more goals you score, the better it is, of course. In the meantime, whenever you score a goal, Hot Hot gets a moment of opportunity. Like a long one. I think it was like 10 seconds or something like that. So you have plenty of time to DPS him then. Before that, the whole point is to pick up the ball and pass it around to your other teammates so that you can score a goal as a team. As a healer, pay attention because DPSs may get really big hits. As a tank, go ahead, start the round and run. What I do is this. I just basically run, I take aggro of everything, and I take Hot Hot back to his own goal, basically. Uh, because now he's gonna go and he has a shield. Hot Hot, see? This yellow absorb shield. The DPS is gonna take down the shield, he's gonna stumble, and then the DPS and the medic is gonna pick up the intern and keep throwing him away when Hot Hot jumps on you. If you pick up the intern and throw it, you cannot be the one picking up the intern again. Now, the intern needs to be picked up by someone and score a goal. There we go. Hot Hot has a moment of opportunity now in which me as a warrior tank, I go to the boss, I use my jolt for the debuff and I put my power link on so they can do lots of damage. As a DPS, you just do damage. Now, the extra bonus round comes. There is the ball in the middle, the healer takes it, and the DPS, what they need to do is basically make a way for the healer to pass. The way you can make it by interrupting with 2 interrupts these little mobs. Now, we failed that round because of an unknown fucking reason, but we're gonna go again. Let's see. The DPS again takes Hot Hot to his own goal. That's just a thing that you can do so that when he goes back now, you have more time to DPS him. He falls, you pick up the ball, and you score a goal faster. So don't worry if your party doesn't actually take Hot Hot back to his own goal. Now, as I said, as a tank, go to the boss, give your party members whatever debuffs you have, and just, make life easier. This time, I'm going to show you properly this round. So basically, I will go ahead. I will let my guildie interrupt first. I will do the second interrupt. Let's see where it is. On the right-hand side. There we go. Bam. And then the person that's carrying the ball, usually the healer, can just score a goal. Hot Hot gets a moment of opportunity and he will be dead. That's about it. That's about all the fight. Don't stay in front of the Hot Hot. Never in front of Hot Hot, because when he picks up the ball and gets the shield, he will do basically 3 or 4 shots you, depending what armor you wear and what gear you have. So never stay in front. Stay on the sides. If you're a tank, take care of the ads. If you're a tank, you're probably never gonna get to play football unless you want to do some dodgy things with 2 leaps so you can just get back in the action. I hate being a tank here because I just love playing football. Um, Other than that, composition can be anything. Any tank can do it. Any healer can do it. In our case, we had the medic, so um, absolutely no problem. You're gonna have lots of fun in this dungeon. It's a dungeon that tests your skill out and tests your ability to react fast in some rounds, and in some rounds tests your ability to last. Don't be lazy to change your build according to the map you're in, and join Protogames, Ultimate Protogames, because it gives you lots of good drops, like this one, for example. This is not extremely good, but it's better than what you get before from questing. Um, this is a good pieces of armor as well. You should definitely join Protogames. If you have friends, then definitely join Protogames because you're gonna have lots of fun. And it's an instance that it's a dungeon in which if you go with a 5-man crew, it is lots of practice, and you're gonna become, just a better player overall. Other than that, that was the dungeon, guys. Don't be afraid to leave the dungeon group afterwards. Don't worry, you're not gonna get any debuff. I wish you guys all the best. If you like the video, like it, subscribe to my channel, and lots of love, guys.